friend and I decided to go off-roading in my Suzuki Samurai one night due to boredom. There was a big thunderstorm that had just passed and everything was drenched. We are moving up the mountain to this local off-road spot. Imagine a 5-mile, twisty gravel road. There is one spot where the trees clear and you can see everything around you for miles. As we approach this spot, there appears to be a thick white cloud of fog bank, but it's small, about 50 feet in diameter. I slow down as it is so thick we cannot see through it. The instant we drive into it, everything electrical dies. Headlights, gauges, engine, radio, etc. We both look at each other as I attempt to restart the Samurai, but nothing. At this point, it seems like maybe a battery cable came loose, so I get my phone out to use the flashlight. What do you know? It's off too. My friend checks his phone, too, and it's the same way. Dead and won't power up. We are starting to get a little freaked out. Unsure what we should do, we just sit there. About a minute passes and suddenly, the fog slowly moves to the left. We couldn't tell this at the time because we are still inside of it blind. The instant the fog cleared us, everything electrical came back to life. The headlights come on, radio starts playing, and our phones start powering up. I reach forward and turn the key and it fires up no problem. I back up to see whatever it was we drove into, floating off to the left at about walking speed. Still don't know what it is to this day, but it was pretty strange and incredible timing to be a coincidence. My husband's story. He was driving up north to Camarillo, California, to visit family late at night. At a certain point, the freeway became almost desolate. Rarely would he see a car or two pass by. So in his sleepy state, he starts to notice that a car was staying very close to him. Confusion sets in because there was more space for the person in the car to move around. So he speeds up a little bit more, and yet the car persists. At this point, my husband became a little more alert and started trying to speed up to get the car off his tail. He loses focus on the speed, trying to lose the car. Suddenly, relief washes over him as the familiar colors of red and blue illuminate right behind him and the car. That's when he realized he had gone over 100 and slowly comes to a stop. The car slowed down and pulled over in front of him. He waited and sighed a breath of relief when the officer tapped on his window and asked for his license and registration. My husband complies with the officer questioning him. As he digs around, the officer goes silent. When my husband goes to hand him the papers, he asks the officer what is wrong. The officer is staring ahead, and my husband follows his gaze to find the car gone. That's when the fear sets in. No sign of it anywhere. The officer instantly tells him to get the hell out of there, and they both take off. The officer followed my husband for a while to ensure he was safe, and my husband never ran into that car again. I used to deliver pizza and often had deliveries right at midnight when we closed. One time, late at night, I'm driving back to the store through a small neighborhood. Up ahead, I see something. It's perfectly spherical, bright, shiny thing, just hovering about 6 feet off the ground, not moving at all. I pull up very slowly, still doesn't move, Still can't comprehend what I'm looking at. Just this shiny, hovering orb in the road at midnight. At this point, my curiosity has overridden my fear. I'm the guy in the horror movie who dies first because I just gotta know. Either I die or I get a cool story, right? So I hop out of the car and slowly walk up to it. I'm right in front of it and still can't understand what I'm seeing. So I reach out and touch it. It's a balloon. One of those foil birthday balloons with the streetlights shining on it, making it look weird out of context in the middle of the night on an empty road.